The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Play action. Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. In motion goes the tight end. 4th down, Prescott. Oh, into a a sea of defenders had intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number one. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's got the hook up to Lazard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You block over here. Get 300. Get 300.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. We're scoreless after 1. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. Down the left sideline. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Prescott now. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They throw it out right complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. On the counter, Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go to the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the hope if it's a tie game. They just want to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
The kick by Crosby is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now a give here to Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, 31 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here this third quarter. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Pollard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pollard going to try the right side. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Caught left side by Cobb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers again now. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side. Get that hot.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Malik Hooker. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend owed momentum. He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Run for Pollard, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to perhaps salt this one away. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pen.